Hello everyone, my name is Leo DonLeon, and in this video I want to make a hand review of the final table of Sunday Million. And interesting here is that Russian player Lucky Jew has won it, and in last 2 months he has won Sunday Million twice. It was clear first places, and I think we need to understand how can he won such a great tournament so frequently. So, as you can see here, one of his opponents is Elena. It is a famous MTT regular player, so be careful and look at his game. I think that you'll enjoy it. Let's look at other opponents. I prepared their statistics for you. So let's begin. Russian player with the games per day almost 5, average stake is $40. And according to his ability and early finishes, I expect that he's a recreational player. Maybe, I don't know really, but I expect. Then Blockstyle player from the Netherlands with the average stake only $6. I think that he would be under big money pressure on this final table. He plays 9 games per day, so I think that he is not strong enough, but he's not a fish. Then Romanian player with the average stake again only $5, but he plays 15 games a day, so I think that he's pretty good player and I expect strong game from him. Next, Havana from Germany with average stake $200, average $50 games per day with average stake of 200. He is really strong. Let's look at his graph. He's won all his money in 2012. It was far ago. And now now he starts his comeback, and maybe he is a good player. But look, he lost almost $200,000 until he starts his comeback. Next, Lucky Jew, our winner. Look at his graph. It's really cool. Like minus 2000, little plus, and then whoa, Sunday Million 1, whoa, Sunday Million 2, or the second. Next, Sombrero 21 with the average stake of $11 and 30 games per day. I think he's strong, and his graph approve it. But it has average stake again $10, 30 games per day. So interesting players are situated here. So I think it will be interesting to look how they managed to play this final table.
Attention please. Wanna save €300 only until the end of this month? Poker Room is ready to pay for you. Academy of Poker course includes group training, 3 personal lessons from professional poker coach, personal manager and bonus up to €30 from Poker Room. Hurry up! The offer extends soon. A link to sign up is in the description under this video.
So let's begin. And the first hand, I should Blockstyle could complete here or just raise. He decided to complete. And first hand from Russian chip leader, he decided to put pressure on his opponent and raise. Here he should fold, but he should defend. He is Queen Jack off versus early position, and he get a gut shot. And it depends on the Havana's sizing on flop. Would Patin has play here or not? So let's look at his decision. Wow, more than half of the pot. I don't think that we can just call here with our hand. So folding here with our stack size will be okay, just because we have another short stack here. So fold is okay, I think so. Next, raise from King Jack, and maybe, wow, 3-bet from Russian player. I expect from big blind this 3-bet, but now I don't think that it would be okay to call with ace king. We need to just go all in here because it's almost 3 million chips in the middle of the table, and easy fold from Lucky Jew. Next, raise with ace deuce, get called. You know, I don't really like this decision to cold call with ace-9 offsuited just because Lucky has a greater stack, he's more skilled player, so he would put pressure on us with ace-9 and we cannot do anything on post-flop. It would be better to 3-bet or to fold, but not call. Calling is the worst decision here. And now what should we do with our ace-9? We hit not the worst flop for us, but okay, just fold now. But look at the size. Click 3-bet. Lucky call just for his backdoors. And I think he need to give up. I hope so. I think that he cannot do anything here. But on pre-flop, this cold call with ace-9 offsuit was awful. I really don't like it. And as I mentioned at the beginning, this player is probably recreational. I mean A222RN. Raise by Havana, okay. Raise Leonid 900. Leonid 900. And squeeze from Lucky, and poor Lena should fold here with his hand. And it is interesting what, wow, 4-bet from Lena. And Lucky cannot do anything here because if he would call, it would be almost 10 million chips in the middle. Stack to pot ratio would be something like 1. And we need to give up. Really strong play by Leonid 900. Havana with aces. Look how much action here. Should protect our hand with Jack-9 suited because of our stack size. We have a second pair in the backdoors. We need to call at least 1-bet from Havana. Let's look at size, especially such small bet. We can call here. Blank card on turn, and I hope that we should call again because all the flush draws or gut shots would continue barreling from Havana, so we need to call with our bluff catcher. I mean, if we are Lucky Jew. And also sizing is not really big, so we can afford ourselves to call here. And need to give up on the river. I don't expect calling here by Lucky. And very fast fold. Raised by Queen, King of Sombrero. Look at the sizing. Like 4 big blinds, and it is interesting. Can we go all in here with pocket 9s? I think that we should check it using the software. Just because it's not obvious, can we go all in with our hands? So I've prepared this stuff for you using the IC Miser 2. And let's start from the open raising range. You know, I think it is pretty good. You need to change it a little. I think it is okay. Maybe some Broadway, and that's all. I don't expect that he would open with more hands. And his calling range, look, we have only... Our push would be like half of the stack of the raiser. That's why I don't expect him calling with more hands. Ace Queen suited, really I'm not sure, and pocket 9s, it's not a best decision here to go all in. So we just need to give up with our hands because of the size. And also we have a shorter stack, as you can see here on button, only 9 big blinds. So fold. We expect fold in here. Okay, he decided to go all in. It was a mistake, but it was his decision. Raise, and Lena starts putting pressure. Look at the size, more than 3 times. And Havana cannot do anything here with his low ace, because if he would call, he would be under domination of the Lena's range. King 10 off suited. Fold. Block still. I think it would just be steal and 2 folds. But who knows? Let's see. Patincas cannot defend his weak king. Should be all in from Romanian player. And here we go again. Wow! Call by a7 offsuited for almost third part of this deck. You know, I think it is a huge mistake. We need to check it. And you know, in previous spot he open raises for 4 big blinds. Now he calls with a7 offsuited, and as you can see here, a7 off is a bad decision according to the Nash equilibrium. If button would go all in with these hands, and I don't really think that he would push all these hands like Nash equilibrium says. So we need to decrease it a little. We need to remove all these hands, maybe weak aces. I'm not sure really. Okay, maybe something like that. And a7 is not okay. It is obvious that when I decrease the button shoving range, our hand would be worse and worse. So again a mistake, and he get punished for this mistake. a7 suited, just give up because of the stack size of the Havana. Alina with good starting hand, but nobody wants to play versus him. Ace4, open raise versus small stack. It is really important to look who is situated on the big blind. 3-bet. Look, Lena plays especially versus Havana, and with the Havana's hand we cannot call here. We can just or 4-bet or fold. And according to Lena's 3-bet frequency, I expect, I like this 4-bet because according to dynamics, it will be really okay here. C-Box could just give up here with his 10 big blinds. Interesting spot. Lena decided to raise with a3 offsuited, like any new hands. Should check call here with his bluff catcher and maybe give up on the river. Easy win for Lena. As default resteal. Ace king off. Get called by 7-8. I don't really like this structure for c-betting by Havana with his hand. I like this check behind, but Lucky now can put pressure on the razor because it is totally small blinds board. And it's interesting what size will be here, like overbet. Yeah, I like it because it puts maximum pressure on the opponent and it makes him fold with ace king. Call pre-flop with pocket threes. Interesting c-bet by Lena, and should bet. Lucky should bet here just because he needs to protect his hand from overcards of Lena. and he don't need to put a lot of chips here, just like half of the pot maybe. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit more than half of the pot, and it is a good decision. All in for Romanian player, and bad luck for him. Ace King by Blockstall. Beer waiting for something, and first finisher, and his price of something like a little bit less than $9,000. But we continue. Can you just go all in here with King 9? Yeah, I like this decision again. Should 3-bet, but no, 3-bet, just all in again. Because his 3-bet would cost him like third part of his stack. And he really doesn't want to give an opportunity Blockstall to see 5s, to see the flop. Pocket 5s decide to push versus early position. As I mentioned, he is a recreational player and it is a huge mistake, and he what a bad play by him. He had 3 spots with the mistakes, and with his huge stack now he's on the 8 plates. I really don't think that we need to check this hand. It is obvious that you cannot go all in with pocket 5s. Call with 5-3 off, and it is interesting that Lucky has a plan how to protect his hand. Or check raise or fold? If he wouldn't check raise. Yeah, check raise. With this strategy it is okay. But it's not obvious, I expect, for many of you that we can protect such weak hands like 5-3 off suited. And if you don't know how to play it post-flop, if you don't know how to check raise with a frequency of 25% at least, I think you shouldn't protect his hand. But Lucky knows how to play, and that's why he can afford to call with such a wide range. Fold with ace deuce. Lena knows something. 3-bet by Patinhas. Yeah. Ace Jack from Havana. Easy win. Pocket 8s. Havana should protect here. Can 3-bet also because of his stack size. Yeah, I like it. And Patinhas has a plan. He had a plan to protect his hand by 4-bet shoving. I like both lines here, and 3-bet and 4-bet. Ace-7 off. Again, we can 3-bet with our hand. Yeah. Cool. I like it. But look, how many 3-bets are there on this final table? As you can see, poker in 2019 is really aggressive. Look at these 4-bet, 3-bets, and so on. King Jack off, easy raise. King Queen, folded King Queen, because he had Lena on button and a chip leader on the big blind. That's why Brewing Beer cannot open here. I don't like this call with Ace King. We need to 3-bet versus Havana because we don't want to let the Lucky Jew enter this spot. And what should we do now? Okay, we call on flop and on turn just giving up. It was checked behind by Havana because he had some kind of showdown value. Raised by Havana. I don't think that we should see bet here with pocket 7s. And now Lucky can put pressure on his opponents because Havana is capped on his top range because he checked behind on flop. That's why we don't expect him of having a strong queen or gut shots or something like that. So that's why Lucky can bet here. And I really like it. It's not obvious that we can play in such a way, but if you call pre-flop a lot, you need to know how to play aggressively post-flop, and that's how Lucky plays. Ace-9 suited. Wow. Good 3-bet. Using blockers. And Lena, would Lena 4-bet here? Yeah. What a great final table now. 3 bets, 4 bets, stealing, re-stealing. Cool. Top 2 pairs for Havana. And just Lena should give up. King, Queen. Whoa. Just don't protect Queen 8 offsuit. I really don't like this tight strategy. And again, look at the 3 bets. Lena exploits a low stack of the sombrero, and it is really important while you are 3-betting to know versus what stack size it would work in a better way. And middle stack sizes are the best for 3-bet versus them, sorry. Nice re-steal. Pocket 6s. Decide just to fold versus Lena. Havana decide to raise. Low set. Should see bet here. Whoa. Lena knows something. Because he has a lot of backdoors, he can try to play here versus Havana, but he decided to give up. And again. Bad luck for Lena that sombrero has pocket 8s. And I think that sombrero should give up here. It is obvious. I think that should re-steal, should go all in, yeah. And Lucky should just give up again. What was he thinking about? I don't know. Maybe he played a lot of tables. Ace 4 call by Batin has. Okay, but he got 3-bet here. 6-7 pot control. I don't like this c-bet versus 2 opponents. I think that our hand is too weak for value betting and we can just play pot control. The board is really awful for both of players, and I expect check here. Yeah. But I don't like this call pre-flop and this c-bet versus 2 opponents on flop. Call by Blockstell with pocket deuces. It is a set mining. Sombrero decide to make a trap, and great strategy from him. Open limp with pocket 7s. I think Bruinbeer could easy push here and call. I think we should call with our 7s. It is the third part of our stack, but wow, we decide to give up. Okay, but why did we call pre-flop? Lena with 2 pairs, full house on the river. Check. And small value bet, but Havana has nothing, so unlucky Lena. Need to give up. And yeah, now it was like a 5-minute break, but we'll skip it and continue. 3-bet again. Wow. Lena decided that, okay, 3 bets don't work, so we'll just play using shoves. And the same strategy comes into Lucky Jew's mind. He decided to push versus limp by sombrero. Ace 4 should be raised here. I think he should 3-bet. What? Call with Ace 4 suited. Come on. I don't know really what was in Lucky's mind, and I think it is a mistake. I think it's obvious, but I've read his interview on one website, and he talked about this sport, and he said that I don't know what was in my mind while I decided to call with my hand. So it was a mistake, it's obvious, and every player makes mistakes, but the price of these mistakes on the final table of Sunday Million is really big. Okay, call here with King Jack suited. Decide not to bet versus miss c-bet on flop. And on the river, if Havana checks third time, we need to bet. We need to make him fold with his ace high. We need to bet here. Yeah. Good decision. Ace 4 suited by Lena. Okay. Get called. I think Lena prepared check raise here. Or at least check call. Okay. Bet again. Such a strong bet. And Pasinkas decide to put as much pressure as possible on Lena. So Lena will give up on river, but Patin has give up too. That's how Lena gets a strong stack. Moving on. King Jack suited should go all in, and easy call by big blind, and we have the 7th place here for $16,000. GG, yeah. A3 suited should be check call, but Patinkas didn't decide to bet here. Small value bet. I think it is okay. And Patinkas should really think a lot, just because he has a flush draw, it's not nuts flush draw, and look at the size. Lucky bets really more than half of the pot, and I think that Patinkas could just give up here with his hand. Yeah, he decided to fold his flush draw. It's not obvious really that we should fold here. C-bet, we didn't make a C-bet, delay C-bet, and Havana get paid for his braveness. Has he value bet here? I think yes. We should try to value bet with our small full house, and Patinkas cannot do anything here. Call, I like it. We can play easily in position with our king, and Lena should give up here. I don't think that he can earn something by betting on the river. And yeah, okay. I think it was a really easy spot for both players. Pocket 8s, easy all in. Ace king versus ace king. Alina decided to call for 5 millions pots. Call by queen 10. Check with jacks. So seems like he wants to raise here. Okay, yeah. He raises, and Lucky should call here. With his Patinkas didn't make a value bet. Whoa. Seems like this 10 on the river was careful for him. Interesting, really. Ace 4 should c-bet. Easy breezy. Havana should raise. Okay, again, default spot. Patinkas using his great stack. He doesn't afraid of Lena. Lena knows something. He don't 3-bet versus Havana while he's having ace-king. Should bet versus me. C-bet. Easy game for Lena. Bet. Should give up here. I don't like our second barrel. King on the river, okay. We wanted to induce our opponent for bluffing, but he has a showdown value. That's why our check wasn't okay on the river. Queen jack off should be raised. Easy money. I think Blockstill should fold here with his hand. He cannot afford to call 10 big blinds. Gut shot versus top pair. Should c-bet. And with our hand we can just call. Would call the second barrel. Do we have a value bet here? I don't think so. So we just need to check, and we should have a plan to bluff catch. But would Havana continue? Not a bad, not a good run out on the river for him to continue bluffing. Ace-4 suited. Havana, I expect. Wow. 3-bet by Patinhas. And look at the sizing again. He puts a lot of chips, and it is really difficult for Blockstill to call here, even if he's in position. Can Havana make a 4-bet here? Yeah, he can maybe in theory, but in practice he wouldn't. Ace king for lucky should be called by Patinhas. Patinhas get a top pair. Lucky shouldn't c-bet versus two opponents and can just give up. Okay, pocket eights. Again, wow, Havana decided to fold pocket fives. I don't think that it is a good decision. Maybe he didn't want to provoke Sombrero to go all in. Easy c-bet. Wow, but he has decided to protect his hand to make it late c-bet. Interesting here, Lena go to pot control with his second pair, and now Patinhas should value bet with his weak queen. I expect him of betting here. And Lena should call, because it was his plan to play pot control and to bluff catch. Wow, what a bad river for Lena. He should call again here. And Patinhas should value bet, of course. Look at this size, such greedy size. But Lena cannot do anything. He have to call with his second pair, because this queen on the river decreases the probability that our opponent would has this queen. So need to call. Should 3-bet here with his blocker and vulnerable stack on the cutoff. Yeah. Look how many 3-bets here. Open limp with king queen off. We're balancing our range. Patin has decided to bet versus zero aggression by his opponents, but Havana had his third pair. Moving on. Sombrero with ace king. Double up, almost double up for him. And bad luck, because Lena has ace king off here and no miracle, and 6 plays and almost $23,000 for him. But it's not all. We'll continue. The similar hands. Let's look who is best here. Donkey bet on such structure. I don't think that it is a good decision. And now Blockstill can just call or go all in even. Because even if Patinhas has 7 or like pocket 5s or 6s, we have a lot of equity with our 2 overcards plus a flush draw. 3-bet again, and Lucky. Lucky has the shortest stack, but it is almost 17 big blinds. Can he call here with this hand? I don't think so. He should give up. But he decides to call. So let's check. Is his nickname really says the truth? This call with King Jack suited, it is awful really. Look at this picture. Minus 27% of the prize pool. I mean 0.27%. It was a huge mistake by him. So the second, on this final table, first was with Ace-4 suited, and the second here with King Jack. Maybe small blind would push with this range because he should exploit the Lucky's open raise, his stack size. But look, if he puts in only 25% of hands, our call is minus EV. So let's try to make this shove a little bit more aggressively. Should we call here with our King Jack? I really don't think so. Let's check it, but okay. Can we add some hands here? No, we can't. Like, oh, okay, maybe he would be kept on his top range because he would 3-bet with kings, but again, okay, minus 0.23, but it is still a mistake. And look at this call. And king on turn and double up for Russian champion. Should c-bet Havana. Bet Havana, do something. Come on. I don't know why Havana decided to check on turn. It was a mistake. He should put pressure on his opponent because he has an equity, a lot of equity. Pocket 6s, Lucky should protect, get the top pair, and I think that Patinhas should just give up right now. I don't like this c-bet because big blind calling range has a lot of hands that are hitting this board, and interesting situation on the river. We are blocking all full houses by our opponent. We are lucky. And we are afraid of straights and flushes by our opponent. But would flush check on turn? I don't think so. So Patinhas doesn't have in his range flushes. He doesn't have straights. So looks like a bluff really. So we can just close our eyes and make a hero call. Just because flush would bet on. Maybe it is a 9. It could be a 9. But I'm not sure that 9 would value bet on river. So it should be... Wow. In my mind, on the river, it should be or a full house or a bluff. No straights, no flushes. And Russian player decide to raise with his hand, turn into bluff his 2 pairs. I really don't know what was in his mind. Sometimes he is insane on this final table. And maybe if you have any ideas why you decide to check raise here with King 9 off, just leave them below this video. it would be really interesting to discuss this hand, because it is really not obvious that we should play like this. Really interesting, I don't know. He's genius, maybe. But let's continue. Value bet by Lena should be here. Yeah, I like the sizing. 80 fold. Pocket jacks for lucky. He decides to create a trap. Decide to check behind with overpayer. Now c-bet. He would bluff a lot in this run out, that's why he should bet with the big sizing on the turn. And ace on the river is really bad for lucky, so he needs to check behind, because I don't expect him having a value bet on the river. I don't expect him having a lot of equity on this run out, because it has all the flushes, almost ace, x, almost all. That's why we cannot continue betting. Multi-way pot. Lucky should continue on turn. Yeah, I like it, because Patinhas, if he has a jack, should bet on turn. So he don't have it. Also, Havana should lead on turn if he had jack or 7. That's why we can make a decision of betting here with our ace queen suited. Ace 7, okay, call. We can just give up. On the second barrel, we need to give up here on the second barrel. Will we? Yeah. Easy breezy. Pocket jacks. Very bad by Lena, okay. Patin has decided not to 3-bet versus chip leader. He decided to play in a safe way. And he put the Havana in the spot because of his call. I think Lena should c-bet here, because he has a backdoor, he had a gut shot, and yeah. He decided to bet. Havana should 3-bet. I expect him of 3-betting. He decided to make his life as much easier as possible. Just all in, and that's all. And again. Lucky should protect here with his hand. I like to 3-bet here with our hand. Call would be okay also, but I like 3-bet more. Hit a top pair. Call. Should call again. Maybe we can 3-bet. Wow. I don't expect all in here, but 3-bet is an option. Ace 9 suited. Okay. Jacks by Blockstill. Blockstill plays really tight, as you can see. Lena should... Wow, Lena decided to fold. It is interesting, really, because at least call should be here. In my mind, okay. Maybe Lena has different ideas. King 10 off. Call by pocket 6 again. Havana is put it in the spot. Should Patin has bet here? I don't think so. He has a flush draw. Also, he had a showdown value. And Lena should bet. Should value bet here. And check check, I think. Yeah. Obvious. Lena decided to check call with his gut shot. And here should give up. Even despite he has a flush draw. Again, 6-3 suited, decide not to open raise versus a chip leader, especially because Lucky plays really in an aggressive way. That's why Lena decided to give up, I think. Here with King Jack off, we can just go all in to put as much pressure as possible on our opponent. because he can call a lot of hands here with his stack size. It is a little bit less than 20 big blinds. Yeah. This all-in is really cool. 9-7 off, okay. Should 3-bet. Would have a 3-bet here. I mean, check raise with his hands. Yeah, no. He decided just to give up. Much easier to go all in with ace king off. Lucky, come on. So let's wait. Almost all his 10 bank was expired. Wow, nice free steal by our tied player. But versus Alina's open raising range, I think it is okay. Again, pocket sixes, unexploitable shove. We have blinds up. Wow. Look at block tells, stack size. It is almost average. Raise, 3-bet, and Havana is thinking of something about... I think that he should just give up in this situation because of the ICM, but he decided to call. You know, guys, I think we need to check it. I don't like... By intuition, I don't like this call. So let's look at the open raising range. Then what hands can be shoved from the small blind versus Lina. Okay, something like that. It will be okay. And overcalling range. If big blind go all in, which hands would be called by Lina versus 2 opponents? I expect Lina knows how to work in ICM situations, so I think that his range would be really close to the Nash equilibrium. Maybe ace king off, okay. And calling range of the UTG versus this all in. So 1-on-1, maybe we can decrease it a little. Maybe ace 10 suited, ace jack, something like that. I think Lina would call. And let's check it. Yeah, ace jack suited. It was a mistake. And according to Nash equilibrium, it is also a mistake. It is pretty close to our calculation. So I don't like this Havana's decision, and it was a mistake. And no, miracle again, and Havana is the shortest stack now. Maybe he is a little tilt, who knows. Ace jack, okay. Should bet here with if we were lucky, we need to bet with a gut shot here. And on the river we need to continue because we need to make our opponent fold with his ace king or maybe a weak pair. And we need to bet here something like 5 millions maybe. Lucky decide to bet small. Looks like a value bet. Again, ICM pressure. Jack 8 off. Just give up. Come on. Decide to go all in with his hand. And Havana decide to double up. It was an any-do shove. And poor Havana, he he's stuck in this situation. He get into pocket sevens and he get for his place $31,000. We are playing 4 max, and it will be more action here. I expect. I hope so. Re-steal by block still. Queen jack. Easy bet and lucky thought that he has a showdown value and decided to give up, not to continue his bluffing on the river. Yeah, I think it was okay. A3 off. I think we can just go all in with our hand versus Lena, because Lena cannot call a lot here because of his stack size. If he called and mistaken, it would cost him half of his stack. Ace 5, easy check call by Lucky on flop. Look at his stack size, 50 million chips. Do we have value bet here? I don't think so. We need to check and to provoke our opponent to bluff. I don't know which hands would pay in this situation, so I don't like this bet on the river by Lucky. Easy re-steal shove with pocket nines. Call again. Okay, let's check it. Let's check it again. Our ace 4 offsuited. He goes all in for almost 16, yeah? 16 big blinds, and okay, we raise a lot of hands because we are a cheap leader. We can almost all suited hands. Offsuited, maybe not all of them, but almost 80% of hands. Okay, so it is our raising range, and what hands should be shoved here by the small blind? With his stack size, and he's fighting for the third place with the cutoff. So, okay, maybe any ace, broadways, like, what else? I don't think, I don't know about the low pairs. Okay, let it be like this. I don't think that he would shove more hands than I've created here. And ace 4, again, it was a mistake. So we had, like, how many? 4 mistakes with the calling ranges. And according to the Nash equilibrium, we need... Okay, we raise almost the same range, and we cannot call again our ace 4. According to Nash equilibrium, it is close to 0. Bad luck for Patin has his 4th place and $43,000. Bad luck, really. King 3 suited, he decided to go all in versus 2 big stacks. I think that it is a good strategy for Blockstill in this situation, just because he understands that he is weaker in post-flop game versus both his opponents. That's why he can earn chips only by going all in. Lena wanted to continue playing, but his opponents decide to have a rest a little. Blockstill wanted to play too, but Lucky was somewhere. 7-3, okay. Maximum pressure by Lena. Look at the Lucky stack size. He decided to protect his 5-7. Trips for Lena. I don't think that Lena has a value bet here. Wow, Lucky decided to lead on turn. Yeah, decided to give up bet, run out for him. Interesting lead, really, on turn. Here we should raise, I think, with our ace-9 off. Ace-queen. Bets. And again. Bad river for us. I don't expect Lena would fold here with his ace-high. That's why if you want to bluff on the river, we need to bet a lot. Or we need to give up. I don't think that it would be okay to bet here something like half with pot. Yeah, Lucky decided to put a lot of pressure, close to 75% of the pot. And difficult decision for Lena. Lena decided to fold. He decided to fold his 2 pairs. Well played. Unlucky for Lucky. Okay. So we're waiting for some action. Blinds up here. ICM pressure by Lucky. Lena decides to play in an aggressive way, and yeah, he make Lucky to fold the better hand. Here I think that Lucky should check behind, go to showdown, and he cannot call on the river. Yeah. For 7 ace deuce. Okay. Wow, bad luck for Lena, and lucky do. Close to pot bet, and all in. Yep. If I were Lena here, I would fold, and Lena had the same decision. Oh, all three players had an ace in their hands, and it would be, I expect raise and call. Yeah. Split pot. Okay, Lucky, and almost in the next hand, king on turn and ace from space on the river. Bad luck for block still, but I think that bad luck with $60,000 is okay. But it looks like almost every time on PokerStars we are getting some good cards, good runouts for us on turn, and this bad river, this unlucky river. I don't think that Lena has any chances here because he has such small stack versus Russian player. And it was a final. That's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any comments, leave them below, and see you in next videos.
Attention please. Wanna save 300 euros only until the end of this month? Poker Room is ready to pay for you. Academy of Poker course includes group training, 3 personal lessons from professional poker coach, personal manager, and bonus up to 30 euros from Poker Room. Hurry up! The offer extends soon. A link to sign up is in the description under this video.